Hey everyone, this is Tony with Class Eagles. Hope you're having a great day. When it comes to youth team sports, I think a major reason why many parents have their kids play sports, especially team sports, is the idea of them learning about teamwork and learning the skills that are required to work within a team, function within a team, work with other people as a group to achieve something together, something that they would not be able to do if they were trying to do it on their own. And I think this is one of the most important things about team sports and one of the most valuable things for everyone who participates in any type of activity that teaches teamwork. But the thing is that just being on a team doesn't necessarily teach teamwork. So that's something that I think is important that we need to look at when it comes to the idea of learning teamwork by playing team sports is that it's not just an automatic type of thing that happens. You just don't get on a team and then learn how to function within a team. There is some self-taught and you'll have experiences and you'll pick up things and get ideas of what it takes, but like any other skill that kids are learning when playing these sports, teaching them how to be part of a team and function within a team is critical. Sometimes I think as coaches and parents, just kind of being in that environment, just putting on the same uniform, that teamwork is understood or teamwork is learned. And like anything else, any other skill, you can pick up some things, on your own, but it really takes kind of a very focused effort and often instruction from the coach or a parent to really kind of understand and learn what that looks like. Because if you think about it, whether it's your team or for us adults at work or within our family, just putting a group together and calling them a team doesn't necessarily always mean that everyone's going to work and function well together as a team. And the best teams are the ones that spend as much time learning teamwork and focusing on that and learning the skills and everything that's required to function as a team effectively are the ones that usually have the most success operating as a team. So I think when it comes to youth sports, I don't know, I can only speak for myself, but I want to generalize for all coaches. But often, that's not a huge focus in terms of what's being taught each practice each week or even throughout the season. I think teams at the beginning of the year will do some team bonding activities and there'll be some kind of practices here and there that are special, and then the activities are team focused and working on some of these skills. But in reality, if we want our players to really learn, our kids to learn how to function within a team, it's something that has to be a part of every training session. Every moment within the field is something that they have to focus on, just like anything else. When we're talking about soccer, just like working on dribbling, passing, receiving, finishing, the tactics of the game, everything we teach throughout the season to help the kids be able to play the game is critical. But also, what needs to happen as well alongside that is teaching them how to operate within a team. Do players on a team understand their role? Do they understand how to support and challenge each other? Do they understand how to communicate, when to communicate, what to communicate in terms of the goals and the missions of the team? Can everyone on a team really kind of outline and tell you what the mission or goal of the team is? Can they clearly outline what steps and what things need to happen in order to achieve that goal? I think if you ask those questions on most teams, everyone have a real hard time answering those questions clearly. And maybe everyone has their own take, and maybe have their own idea, but you might not get uniformity between everybody within that group, because within a team you have different strengths, different weaknesses, different personalities. You have people are motivated internally, externally by different things. Everyone has their own goals, their own missions they're trying to achieve. So trying to put everyone together and working together and all rowing in the same direction and try to achieve something is something that takes deliberate practice constantly. So, although teamwork is a very important aspect of youth sports, and it's one of the most important lessons that kids will learn from playing youth sports, it also is just not something that's automatically learned from just being on a team. It's something that, as coaches And parents, we have to really incorporate those lessons consistently throughout the year. As a coach, planning every practice session, every week, the entire season, how does that education and constant learning and reevaluating and looking at how we're working and operating as a team is important. And the coach is part of that. A lot of times that it doesn't happen, I think, deliberately, but coaches will separate themselves from the team itself and say the team's not functioning well together, or it doesn't look like you guys are working well as a team. And I've said it on the field, hey, you guys have to work together, and just asking people to do that doesn't make it happen. And often as a coach, if we're really being true leaders of the team, if our team isn't really working well together as a team, that's on us, not the players. Obviously, there's something that we need to do to step in to help everyone work better as a unit. And I'll be honest, we all can talk about this. We've all played a team that is just not just a strong team. I mean, not just a strong, good players, but exceptionally strong team, and they're so hard to beat. And sometimes, they might not have any players that are exceptional individually, all pretty good, but their cohesiveness and their understanding of one another and how they operate as a team is so strong that it just makes them that much better. So my point really is that we can't just put teams and kids together on a team and expect them to learn teamwork and understand how to do do that and function within a team. It has to be something we're constantly teaching. Each week, each training session, there has to be these principles and these ideas and these lessons taught within each training session to help kids understand what that really looks like, because that is one life skill that is going to be invaluable to them when they move on from youth sports throughout their lives, whether it's at work, at home, relationships, what have you. There's teams of all kinds we're all parts of all the time, and again, having those skills help you be a lot more successful later in life in everything you do. So make that a focus for next season. If you're a coach, think about how you're teaching and incorporating teamwork and those lessons and what's required to be successful in that area and everything you do with your players.